So yeah, this is Blackwell Epiphany, and for the most part I'm just going to play a bit and talk about it while I play. We've been working on it full-time for about about a year. I was designing it for like about 6 months before that, so this has been worked on in some form for a very long time now. So it's the last game in the Blackwell series. Obviously it's set in wintertime. Let's just start. Quick disclaimer, not all the VO is in the game yet, so there might be a couple of lines that aren't voiced.
Your teeth are chattering.
No, they're not. It's him. Detective Durkin, I'm here. Are you on your way?
Yeah, sorry about that. I've got a lot of paperwork on. I won't be able to make it.
What? I've been waiting here a half hour.
You there? Good. Take a look around and let me know if you find anything.
Take a look around? For what?
You know the deal. I can't tell you.
Yeah, I know.
We'll pay you the usual rate. Talk to you soon.
He stood you up again?
Yep.
Well, he's paying us to check out this dump, so let's get started.
So you pretty much jump in. This is kind of a self-contained introduction like the last few Blackwell games have. As always, you can switch between the two characters. Start off as Rosa. She's got some footprints there, which I'm quite proud of. Those are just implemented, so hopefully they work well. If they screw up. Same with that shadow. We literally put those in this week. But it looks pretty good. So you can make funny shapes in the ground.
What on earth are you doing? Focus, darling. You can play in the snow later.
Okay, I had to do that. And of course you can switch to Joey and move around. He does not leave footprints for obvious reasons. Of course they can talk to each other.
I got something to say.
What?
So, how much does shilling for the cops pay these days?
I don't know. Does it matter? It's not like we have a choice. And I'm not shilling, I'm consulting.
Whatever looks good on the business card, sweetheart.
And so of course, let's move Joey out of the way. As Rosa, she tries to get in.
Locked. Of course.
She can't get in, but he can.
Alright, I'm going in. Try and stay warm.
I'll do my best.
Hello? Anybody there?
Anything?
Not yet. Let me look around a bit, I'll get back to you.
So if you don't know what Blackwell is, pretty much they help lost ghosts move on. So they get word that this place is haunted, so they're going around and looking, just investigating the place to see what they find.
Full of food wrappers and old needles, not much else.
So yeah, you can explore a bit.
Huh? Hello? Hey, get back here!
So we try to chase her.
I can't make it any further. I'm too far from Red. If I want to get up there, I need to get her closer.
So a lot of this introduction is to introduce the concepts of Blackwell and how it works, that they can't go too far apart from each other. So the first puzzle of the game is bringing her inside. So if you look at this, notice that reject is underlined. Switch back to Rosa, let's go back outside.
Well, we definitely got a spook.
We do?
A woman. Only got a brief look at her before she buzzed off.
Why didn't you go after her?
She's too far away. We need to get you inside to bring her within range.
Fine, let's hurry then. It's freezing out here.
Sadly, I can't quite figure out how to let the footprints stay there, so they just sort of refresh themselves whenever you leave and come back. So if you look at these bricks, I first designed this game in this area when Occupy Wall Street was kind of in full swing, and you saw a lot of graffiti like this. So if you remember, reject was underlined.
This brick is definitely hollow, but the ice around it is so thick I can't pull it loose.
Luckily, she's got some hot coffee.
The cost of this coffee is so going on my expense report. There, it's melted. I better do whatever I need to do before it freezes again.
That line wasn't voiced.
Nice place, huh?
It has its charm, I guess.
Yeah, it's got something all right. Come on, we have a spook to chat up.
So the one interesting background detail, we recently got a full-time artist on this, and when he kind of runs out of his job for the day, he just goes in and adds some little extra details.
I really hope we get paid for this job.
They talk to each other once in a
Otherwise,
while.
this could be our future home.
Well, everyone already thinks you're crazy. Homeless is just the next obvious step.
Thanks.
Notice there's this little rat here that might be hard to see, but if Rosa walks over to it, it runs away, which I think is cool. One new feature in this game, since most of the other Blackwell games involved, like, each location was one background. Or if there was two, one character would follow the other into the next room. But since you have this whole area to explore, I added this little feature here where you can call the other character into the room.
Joey, come in here for a sec.
Uh-huh.
So, poof, he appears.
Old cables, frayed wires, a fried circuit board. There's an old fuse at the bottom of the pile. Looks intact.
Look at the state of this place. You think it's safe?
Dozens of homeless people were living here not too long ago. If it was safe for them, it should be safe for us. And by us, I obviously mean me.
So let's talk to that ghost, since we were unable to talk to her before.
Hello?
Hey. Oh, you're not.
Not what?
Just not.
Were you expecting someone else?
Someone.
Could you tell me who it was? Maybe I could help look for him.
No, he'll be here.
So I won't go through the whole conversation.
So
but
I'm Joey. What's your name?
I don't know. Mary?
Your name is Mary?
Sure.
So her name is Mary.
I have to get going. Take care of yourself, Mary.
Of course, there's this little thing on the
It's a
ground.
piece of black plastic with a metal bit on the end. I have no idea what it is.
So you can blow on it. That's another power Joey has. He can blow on things. But there's an elevator in the way. Unfortunately, there's a fuse box downstairs. Another line that's not voiced. So obviously the fuse box can turn on the elevators. So if you plug in the fuse for floor 3 and then switch back to Joey, the elevator's open.
Not much to see, except that the elevator is stuck one floor down.
So a lot of what this intro serves to do is to show a lot of the core concepts about Blackwell using a ghost character to solve puzzles, kind of how they work, what they do, etc. So you just kind of used teamwork. You used each other's abilities to solve this puzzle, to get this item. And there it is. So it's a memory stick. Joey didn't know what it was.
It's definitely some kind of memory card. And it looks like it's compatible with my phone.
Hey, you find something?
I think so. Take a look at this photo. Is this her? The ghost, I mean.
Yeah, sorta. She looks a lot better in that photo, I'll tell you that much.
Look at the file name. This was a headshot photo. I guess she was an actress.
Could be. You wouldn't know it from looking at her. The spook upstairs looks like life chewed her up and spat her back out. Can't say much for this building, but the view from here is something else.
Yeah,
Oh,
whoops.
just
Conversation that was generated that shouldn't be. So one feature that's a holdover from other games is that when you talk to each other,
Let's go.
you can give each other hints.
my phone is getting a pretty good signal, even with you around.
Oh, another line that's not voiced. So typically they don't tell you exactly what to do, but they kind of point you in the right direction. Like, she looked at her phone, so kind of gave you a hint that you got to do something with your phone.
What do you suppose went on in this place?
Drugs, booze, the usual squatter stuff. Must have taken something really bad to get everyone to leave.
So on that photo, you saw the Gotham Collective. So you can now look that up. And you can download this little file, Cast and Crew. Another line that's not voiced. So she copies it to her notes. And I don't know if you saw my talk yesterday where I talked about the notes and how I've kind of improved the interface over time. You now have all these notes that you've collected, and you can start combining them.
How could he call me out here and not show up? That's just so unprofessional.
So you got this cast and crew list, and you know that the woman's name is Mary, so combine those.
And Mary was a member of the Gotham Collective Theater Group. She's probably on this cast list. Gotcha. There's only one Mary who was a cast member. Mary Meehan, who was a cast member of a play called The River Wall.
So let's go and talk to her about that.
So, Mary?
Uh-huh.
So I caught your show, The River Wall.
Oh, God.
What?
Just don't. I just want to be a face, okay? No more. I just can't.
Oh, forgetting how to play my own game. You have to look up The River Wall as well to find out what the deal is. So it's a very, very, very negative review of the show that she was in, signaling her out in particular as being absolutely horrible. Rating of 1 star. This reviewer didn't like it very much.
So, Mary?
Uh-huh.
So I read that review of your show.
You did?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Mary?
I thought I could get away from it, become just another face in the crowd.
Is that something you really want?
No, just needed to get away. It shouldn't have followed me here. Nobody should know me here. Surrounded by people who don't know me, it's good that way. Better that way.
People? What people?
These people, lost people, like me, alone but not alone.
Mary, I hate to tell you this, but there's nobody here.
What are you talking about?
Look around, carefully. There's nobody here but us.
I don't see what you mean.
Yes, you do. Nobody's been here for months, at least.
How could... They left me? They wouldn't have just left me here, would they? Alone?
I'm afraid they did, but you're not alone now. We're here.
No, it can't be empty. That was the whole point. I can't be alone here. I can't. Where is everyone? Hey, do you know where everyone is?
I don't know where they went. I'm sorry.
This makes no sense. Where did they go? How did they go? Dozens of people don't just vanish. I would have remembered. I would have noticed.
What did you notice, Mary?
Huh?
You weren't thinking too clearly before. You are now. Come on.
Get away from me. I don't belong here. Not anymore. They're gone. Everyone.
Yeah.
I was cold, then warm, then nothing. I feel absolutely nothing. That review, it seemed like it was everything. Now it's just nothing. To die over nothing.
So she's aware now. So this will all be tutorialized, but if you played the previous Blackwell games, you know that to help a ghost move on, you use Joey's tie on her.
Mary, I'm gonna have to ask you to take this.
What is it?
Just trust us, Mary. We're here to help.
Okay. Is it right? Is it right that this place should feel so good? Earth House was where I needed to be after that review, maybe I would have been okay.
So yeah, choose whatever.
I can't answer that. I'm sorry.
No, of course not. It's just... I guess it doesn't matter now. Yeah.
You okay?
I'm fine. Did I fall?
No, you're still standing.
Don't sound so surprised, Joey. Mental control, that's all it takes.
Yeah, sure.
Let's get going.
After you.
Hello? Can I help you?
He's not voiced either.
Hey, wait!
Durkin.
It's me. You need to send someone here right away. Someone's been shot.
Shot. What happened?
I don't...
Hello? Blackwell, what's going on?
Sir? Hello?
We're here to help. Don't worry. I'm sorry, friend, but whoever Grace is, you're past worrying about her now. You'd be surprised what we understand.
The stower. You know about the stowers? About us?
Well, it's your lucky day. We just happen to be in the saving business. I hate to break it to you, but I think they already did. Holy... Did you see that?
Yes. Yes, I did.
What was it?
It was like Gavin. He was ripped apart, just like Gavin.
Gavin. Gavin's people can do this?
Not anymore, Joey. Because we're going to stop them.
And that's it. That's all I'm willing to say. So wow, we got 10 minutes. So if you have any questions about it, feel free.
Unbound had this cute little feature where it basically counted every time Lauren sucked in her cigarette. Does this one count how many times she sips her coffee?
No, because she gets rid of the coffee in that first scene. It does count footsteps. That's how Joey's able to make fun of you for making too many of them, and that's a common thing. If there's another character in the room and you just make a lot of footsteps on the room, someone will react to it. So it does do that counting. So that's definitely in there. It'll count your footsteps. So, but yeah, she doesn't have the coffee for very long, sadly. Anyone else?
Do you have any like Easter egg websites to look up on the phones?
There's a lot of fun things you can look up. You can look up my name, you can look up my daughter, you can look up, there's some things I put in there just for fun. I always do. You can look up like Chris Jones and stuff like that, the creator of AGS. So yeah, there's no websites just because that's just a lot of work to make a working website within that little phone. So no, but I do have some like fun. There's like, I think there's an Easter egg app that I originally was going to be part of a puzzle, but I ended up nixing the puzzle, but I kept the app anyway. And I think if you happen to find it, you can use it. It doesn't really do anything, but it's there. So yeah, there's some, not many. I have a lot of fun with the phone interface. Anyone else?
So
I guess it's pretty
the
straightforward.
two characters, they just randomly talk to each other sometimes?
Yeah, I just wanted to give it a little bit more flavor, because
Right.
this is the 5th game, they've been around for a while, so yeah, they'll just randomly start talking to each other, and just rib each other, especially in that opening scene, that opening section where, my goal for that opening section, because it's very familiar. If you've played the other Blackwell games, you kind of know what to expect at this point, so my goal with that section was to kind of, show you something familiar, and at the end, do something that shows that, okay, we're going in a different direction now, which is what happened at the end of that section. So they're just kind of talking and bantering and, like it's another day on the job before things kind of go crazy.
Right.
So
it's only for that opening section?
They do it in other places, but it's a lot more serious than when they talked. And here, I think at one point there's this old couch in the pile of debris. And he's like, isn't that the same couch you got at home? I think it's in better condition. Hey, free couch. The stuff. So they make fun of each other a lot. But later on, it gets a lot more darker and serious and stuff. Anyone else?
So the interface with Joey and Rosa, it's can Rosa both interact and look at things, or is it more like Rosa does interacting, Joey does looking?
He can interact with things.
Well,
it's just
with his stuff.
Well, it's like left click interact. If you try to interact, you can tell him to interact with things, but most often he can't.
Right.
So he says something like, "I can't touch that. I'm a ghost, stupid." And that's sort of how they work together. Is that even if there's a locked door, he can go through it, but he can't move anything.
Right.
So maybe there's a piece of paper with some information, but that can maybe help Rosa get into another location. But a lot of the one thing that really works well with the mechanic is that you can kind of double your production value because there's a whole section of the game where there's a whole house that only Joey can enter because the door is locked. And then later Rosa gets the key and you can explore the same house as Rosa and she has different responses and can actually do things. So it's kind of exploring the same location from a different point of view, which is something I like about the setup because it enables me to kind of reuse a lot of locations that way. So Joey can interact with some things, he just often doesn't. Anyone else? Going once, going twice.
Okay. You said this is the fifth and final game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what you're doing afterwards?
Yeah. I'm doing some more publishing after this. There's a game I want to write on my own. We hired a full-time artist who's the most prolific guy ever. I don't know if you're familiar with Ben Chandler. We hired him full-time, and he's really, really prolific. This is why, like I said, I added all these art assets this past week, because he just sends them to me fast and furious, faster than I can put them into the game. So we're going to run out of stuff for him to do pretty soon. So I want to keep him busy. So it's a great opportunity to work on different projects, try different things, because we have the production capability to do that. So there's 2 games that we're definitely publishing, one that we might, one game that I want to write, and one project that my wife wants to write. She actually wants to design a game this time around. So we're hopefully next year will be a lot more productive than this one. This year we had a baby this year. Sorry, sweetie. So it's been a much slower year in terms of us finishing stuff. We hope next year we'll change that with Ben as our artist and the different games we're publishing and stuff. So that's what's next. Okay.
You've got a 5-minute warning, so this is your last chance ever.
Okay. Any other questions?
Any plans on influencing this little girl here? She joined our production group.
Well, she's already banging on the keyboard. So, I guess got to get her to I don't know, learn AGS script, and then we'd be fine. I wouldn't have to work again. It'd be awesome. So yeah, we're working on that.
Baby character, she can do the voice acting.
Yeah.
We already have an Easter egg in there somewhere.
We already had a baby character in the last game, but that was before she existed, so she couldn't do the voice. And I think, I wouldn't. Anybody else?
As this is the 5th game in the series, there is of course a lot of backstory available. How much backstory will you be putting into the game, and how much of it will be optional?
That's the funny thing. I thought a lot about that, and this is the 5th game. It's ending it. How much time do I want to just spend explaining everything? It just takes so much time to just sit and all right, here's what happened 3 games ago, and this is why it's important now. I try to streamline it, so if you like that line before about, oh my God, he was torn apart just like Gavin. I'm realizing now that I could probably cut those lines and no one will notice, because if you saw the previous game where Gavin got torn apart, you know that already. If you didn't play the previous game, it makes no difference. So I probably can cut those lines and it won't matter. So I've been thinking about that a lot. I'll see how much I can get away with. Towards the end of the game, there's like a lot of continuity-heavy stuff, which could be a problem. But I'm thinking that by that point, if you've gotten to that point in the game, you're invested enough to sort of know what's going on. I felt that Deception, I didn't even bother trying to explain previous games. No one seemed to mind. I guess it's more, the backstory is less detailed than I thought it would be. People seem to get it. I mean, they're medium, spirit guide, they save ghosts, and occasionally like some really crazy thing happens and they have to fix it. So for the most part, people get it. And spending like a half hour explaining the backstory probably would be quite boring. And
oh, sorry.
No, I'm done.
I wonder if this is going to be a spoiler, but will Rosa ever reunite with Lauren? I'm just wondering, because I remember in Bestowers of Eternity, she was in ghost form in the introduction, so...
You play the game and you'll find out. That's all I can say. All right, I got this, so I guess that's it. Thank you, everyone.